Hey everyone, it's Jack here, TalkNorwichCity. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all doing very well indeed. We said it was going to be a busy summer for Norwich City. It is turning out to be exactly that. Norwich City set to sign another player. He comes in the form of Jakov Medic. He's not an actual medic, but he will be coming to heal the defensive units at Carrow Road. He is a very tall Croatian centre-back who can also play slightly further up the pitch as well in a more central defensive midfield, central midfield role. He is 6'3". We're rumoured to be signing him for around the £2 million mark, including add-ons on top of that. He has spent the last season at Bochum out in the German leagues. They were playing in the top flight. They did finish bottom. That's VfL Bochum. He is the parent club is Ajax. He's only played 9 games at Ajax. Before that, he was in Bundesliga 2 at St. Pauli. Clearly on the radar of Norwich City for a little while, and this has really materialised quite quickly. If he hasn't already been signed at time of releasing this video, he should be through the door in the next 24 hours if the reports that I'm reading are correct. Norwich City have already signed Harry Darling. They've signed Jacob Wright in that central defensive kind of midfield role. They were looking for another centre-back, and it looks like Jakov Medic is the man that they want. It's an interesting one, this, because Norwich are actually quite packed at the central centre-back kind of area of the pitch. As I say, Harry Darling's already in the building. You've got Jose Cordoba. You've got Shane Duffy still at the football club. You've also got the likes of Rory McConville. You've got Brad Hills. You've got Emmanuel Adebayoga. Granted, particularly for Adebayoga, hasn't really featured for Norwich City at all. Brad Hills has done well on loan spells, but hasn't really played too much at Norwich City. I think he came on in a cup game last season. Was it Brighton, maybe? And Rory McConville, I really like, and I think there's a place there for him, but it still might be quite early. So Jakov Medic, Harry Darling, Jose Cordoba, you would assume that they would be the first 3. Maybe they're looking for a move away for Adebayoga, Brad Hills. Rory McConville would be someone that I think you'd like to keep in and around the group. As with Brad Hills, I think there's a good future at this football club for him. He's done well at Stockport last season. He's done well at Accrington Stanley previously. Granted, that's not Championship, and Norwich City are wanting to get top 6, if not higher, in the Championship next season under the first campaign with Liam Manning. So it's a difficult one. You want to promote youth, and you also want to achieve your goals, and that's difficult to do when you're promoting youth from within, so you have to strike a balance. It's interesting that Norwich have again signed quite a dominant and physical defender. I think they maybe thought that they were light in that area last season. I must say I haven't heard a whole lot of Jakov Medic. What I would say is he's in that age profile of kind of the prime. You know, we were calling Harry Darling a player in his prime. I'm not saying Jakov Medic is exactly in his prime at the moment, but he is in that age bracket where he's played a lot of football. He's played a lot in the kind of German lower divisions, got his move to Ajax, had a loan spell in Bundesliga with Bochum last season. As I say, they did finish bottom, but it still is the top flight in Germany. So isn't someone that we're bringing in having played 20 games in their first campaign. You know, this is a guy that's played hundreds of games across, the various divisions in Germany. Scored Ajax's goal of the season, incredibly, in 2023, 2024. If you haven't seen that, check it out. Just absolutely thwacks it from about 35 yards into the top corner. And it's, again, Liam Manning stamping his impression onto this group of players, trying to get things done early in the transfer window. And I think we're seeing a theme here. We're seeing players of a certain age profile. I think they're wanting to get that age number up a little bit, having brought it down so considerably in recent seasons. They want a bit more experience. They want a bit more is ready now rather than they can mature over time, which I like. And look, I think it ticks a lot of boxes. For where Norwich are at the moment. The Telegraph out in Holland was saying that there was other sides interested, West Brom being one of them, as well as sides from the bottom end of the Bundesliga. So again, Norwich have come in and attracted a player to their club, to us at Carrow Road, having had competition to sign that player as well. West Brom, another side looking for playoffs next season. So this is exciting. Jakov Medic, we'll have some more news on him in the coming days. We've also signed a player already that's definitely done at time of filming that. We've signed Louis Molden, who is a goalkeeper, 23-year-old goalkeeper, most recently at Crystal Palace, came through the ranks at Manchester City. It looks like it could well be a 3-in, 3-out job with the goalkeepers. We've obviously already lost Angus Gunn. I assume they're wanting to get rid of George Long. Vicente Reyes' future may be away from Norwich City. Louis Molden joins. We've already brought in Dan Grimshaw. You would assume that would be the number 2 and the number 3. We're still waiting for the number 1. Kovacevic has been linked. Some other keepers as well. I know Sam Tickle has been on that list. So the goalkeeper area is going to be a complete overhaul. You've already signed Jakov Medic. Well, not I say already signed, is about to sign Jakov Medic. You've already brought in Harry Darling. You've already brought in Jacob Wright. That's the core. That's the middle of the squad that's being ripped up and started again. And I'm not against that because, my goodness, we were our defensive unit poor last season. So, exciting times. It's all happening. Jakov Medic, let's get him through the door. Louis Molden, young goalkeeper, has played League One football for Northampton Town out on loan. Got released from Crystal Palace. Education at Manchester City. So, things are heading in the right direction under Liam Manning and Ben Napper. Let me know what you think of Jakov Medic coming in from Ajax down in the comments section below. Plenty more content coming your way over the coming days, weeks and months as Norwich City prepare for their first championship season under Liam Manning. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.